Hi, welcome back to the channel. This episode we will be looking at the earnings for Oracle and CrowdStrike. Oracle declared its earnings. It misses on EPS but beats on revenue. CrowdStrike on the other hand beat top and bottom. Oracle is one of those giants, software giant that has been there for ages. It also plays well in the cloud arena. Oracle shareholders will be disappointed, like I am, but it's a tough season to play as a giant where you have a lot of other software companies around, doing extremely well and all that. Oracle actual revenue is 10.5 billion, while the estimate was 10.51 billion. The EPS was $1.13. The estimate is $1.17. CrowdStrike on the other hand, the revenue is 431 million. The estimate is 410 million. While the EPS is 0.30 cents, the estimate was 0.20 cents. So it beats top and bottom. Let's have a look at Oracle balance sheet, cash flow, and income statement. We'll also have a look at that of CrowdStrike. We would see the chart. We'll have a look at the chart to see price action. If there's any information we don't get from the income statement and balance sheet, we might find it on the chart. Let's have a look at them.
So guys, we are looking at the data for Oracle. This is Oracle. Oracle closed at the price of $77.82. It actually gained plus $1.17 before close of trade. Let's have a look at his other details here. Oracle market cap is 207.8 billion. Its PE ratio is 21.96 and the EPS is $3.54. Oracle currently pays dividend. Let's have a look at the financial, starting from the income statement. The financial here, what I like to see is to show that the company is growing consistent at least year in, year out. If it's about 15% or 20%, but let's see what it's doing. 2018, 39 billion, 39 point, almost 40 billion, 39, 39, also 40 here. It just shows consistent, not, not really growth. It's consistent. And the at present it's 41. It's just slight increment. Um, let's have a look at the balance sheet. Want to see the total liability. The total liability is also growing from 2018. It's now 125 from 91 billion in 2018. And you can see here there's a big difference there. This could be due to acquisition or whatever. Let's have a look at the cash flow. I mean, you can drill down to see more details. You would see what they actually did with, why the ability increased. So let's have a look at the cash flow. I want to see what their free cash flow is. This should be amount of money they can do anything with. Absolutely, this is 7 billion. To compare to 125 billion, but this is 7 billion. They have 7 billion in their account. Like they can do anything with it. They can do acquisition, they can do buy back shares, they can do different things. So definitely, you know that's for Oracle. I'm not really impressed with that. Their income, their growth. Let's have a look at CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike closes at $190.54. It actually lost 48 cents. Um, the market cap is smaller to that of Oracle, but here is 43.6 billion market cap. The EPS, uh, the P ratio not applicable, minus $1.03. It is possible that CrowdStrike could still be relatively new in the market. So let's see the financials. Financials will tell us, okay, from 2019, so it's still relatively new. 2019, you have 249 million, 481 million. You see, this is what you like to see. This is growth. You can see that the company is growing. The revenue is growing from 250 million to 481. Now it's more or less like a double here, and you can see from 874. You see why they beat their revenue and their own stock pricing increased. Why that of um, Oracle, lost about 4%. But let's have a look at balance sheet to see what they have in their liability. Their liability is just about 2 billion, 1.8. Let's have a look at their cash flow statement. Let's see what they have. Their total free cash flow is okay. See, 410 million. So meaning that in less than 4 years, they should be able to pay their debt. Um, if you look at it compared to Oracle, I would say this financial statement is far more better. It's not about huge figures, it's about the growth itself. So let's have a look at the chart on Momo to see what we can get from price action. So guys, we are looking at Oracle, the chart for Oracle on a weekly chart. As you can see here, there's a support that has turned to resistance, or a resistance that has turned to support. So we're actually sitting on this as a resistance. The resistance is at the edge of the resistance here on the weekly chart. Oracle has actually been on a upward trend before now. Um, it has been, consistent on upward trend. You can see, yeah, but we are actually trading below 50-day moving average on a weekly chart for Oracle. Let's go on a daily chart to see what we are doing. On a daily chart, we are trading below 20-day moving average. Okay, we are slightly above 20-day moving average, but you can see on a daily chart, it looks like a downward trend, but we have seen the bigger picture, which is a weekly chart. But as you can see, let me draw this. Yeah, there's a support that I can see here, support term resistance, and is holding. Yes, so here is acting like a resistance. So, and as you can see, we have a sign of bullish. This is sign of bullish reversal already. The stop price closed at $77. The high was of the day was $79, and the low was $74. But what you can see here, there's a bullish reversal trend for signal for Oracle on a daily chart, and on a weekly chart, same. There's the bullish reversal here, but it was down till a couple of weeks ago. So as you can see, there's a bullish re- reversal here. Let's have a look at CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike, I can see that there's also a support term resistance here. The resistance is holding. There's also a bullish reversal trend that we can see here. Um, There's another resistance here after that one is broken, as you can see. But we're actually trading, we're under below 20-day moving average. This is a weekly chart. There's also another level here, quite some level to to beat. Okay. Then let's have a look at it on a daily chart. On a daily chart, in fact, it actually gapped up on the I think it's on the earnings or a day before the earnings. Yeah, it gapped up, so we are actually trading below above 50-day moving average on a daily chart. This is a bullish signal. What I don't like personally is that because there's a gap up here, one way or the other, there will be a way that this gap has to be covered, and unfortunately, it's on a way down. So since it's gap up, this gap has to be covered whether now or later. But let's see here. Support term resistance is holding here, so we're sitting on here as a support. The other support is here, so we will say that we are actually trading in between this channel. So if it has broken this one, by the time the market open next week and it continues from here, then we have moved above this channel. Otherwise, we're in between here. We're trading in between this channel here. Yeah, but we are above 20 and 50-day moving average on a daily chart for CrowdStrike.
We have seen the balance sheet. We have seen the technical chart. Please do your valuation. Make sure these stocks are good for your portfolio before you have any of them. I don't have each of them on my portfolio. I used to have Oracle. I sold it when he reached its all-time high of 110 or so. That was sometimes last year. I don't have it again, and I'm not planning to get it again for now. I have enough stocks on my portfolio. I mean, it doesn't fit into the category that I will have at this present time. CrowdStrike, on the other hand, I never own it. We don't have it on any of our fund in Elite Pro investment. But guys, do your valuation before you add any of these stocks. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Please like and share. Please call again.